That heifer right there just don't even care.
Go yourself now.
Action.
Hey, you.
What do you say, folks? Hope everybody,
Everybody.
let me get y'all adjusted right here. Hope everybody having a fine Sunday evening. I know a lot of folks, well, we couldn't deal with it too. Getting a little bit of weather right now.
Yeah.
Some of y'all getting a bunch of snow. But we're just waiting on that to get here.
Yeah. We are. Again. We
Yeah.
just had it a day or two ago. A couple days ago.
Yeah, had some good little round, I guess. Had some tornadoes warning. We hauled tail up to our safe spot there at the church. Then the local weatherman ain't no more talking about, hey, if you right here once again, you need to watch out. And buddy, it wasn't a second or two later.
Her trees breaking.
Trees just started snapping, breaking, and popping. Then a second or two later, it took out the top of a big old red oak at the church house.
That's a good question, Lee. I didn't even pay that no attention.
Well, then,
No background.
oh,
She's crying. What happened to your background?
I don't know. It's going to get itself up there. I don't know why it does that.
I didn't even pay no attention. I really didn't.
I'm pretty sure that StreamYard is kind of sore with me because it asked me once again.
You gave it another bad review.
Yeah, I gave it a bad
That's why
review.
you have an issue.
If they start correcting the issues, then I'll give you the good reviews. I'm not going to lie to make you feel good.
That's what they want.
And we're paying for a service that.
Well, he's happy now.
Anyway, moving on from StreamYard and all that.
That's it.
So just a fair warning, any of y'all out there doing your streams, give them a good review, and I guess it'll act right.
Suck up to him.
Yeah, I'm not brown noser. But where are we at? Didn't do much of no beekeeping this week. We've been busy, going.
No, stop.
Yep. Like I said, had the weather come in and we switched some work around to go clean up at the church. And then the big job kind of fell through at the church on our end a little bit. So me and Mr. Donnie, we did some cleaning up along the wood line, this and that for a couple hours while we was up there. But thank goodness there's a gentleman in the church that owns more or less, he does a lot of forestry work. Keeps the roads and highways clear for some of these big landowners and this and that. He had a track hoe. He brought that old track hoe up there and just grabbed it all at one run. Took everything to the back here for us.
Honestly, Chris, we'll probably just work right through it like we do every other holiday, but no big plan. Even though we're Irish, we want grapes, so there's really nothing to do for St. Patty's Day. So we'll probably just go to work. But Brian wants to hear about your field trip. 'Cause I'm here to tell y'all, Tim learned more on that field trip than Oliver did.
Well, I've always been okay. I was excited to go, don't get me wrong. And I guess for the people really wanting to know, like last week, I was given instruction be on your best behavior, don't be dipping, and don't tell the teachers how to teach history, pretty much. So I was on a pretty good behavior. I did dip the whole time, but I
He
did.
didn't get busted,
No,
so
nobody.
didn't get in trouble.
Now, let me tell y'all what I did. I took me a coffee cup, like I was sipping on some coffee, had a lid on it, and I'd use that bad boy from old spit tune, what have you. Worked out pretty good. Like I said, nobody said anything. But we went around and
He come home with more cool little factoids and stories than Oliver did. All Oliver remembered was the donuts. That was it for him.
yeah, they got him a little snack afterwards of this and that, but it was very interesting. If you ever been through Mobile and you was on I-10, you went through those tunnels, or at least the Wallace tunnel you went through. But we have the older tunnel, which is the Bankhead, and then the newer tunnel where the 18 wheelers can go through is the Wallace tunnel. But driving through that thing, and Hannah can tell you the times that we go through it, they got some doors, and it's literally like right on the edge of the highway, going through both of them really. But I've often wondered every time I've traveled through there where those doors went to. Finally got to see where they went to. Pretty awesome.
He got to see the DOT's camera wall.
Yeah. They had a whole, I mean, it was like, you think Lee's got something good, grief. There was 100 and something monitors in that thing where they monitor the highway and them tunnels and I-10 and this and that. Then they took us up underneath the tunnel and showed us this big old air vent and fans and all this kind of good stuff to keep you alive as you travel through the thing without passing out. What else was it?
I don't remember. It was like information overload.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Answered a lot of questions in my brain that I've been wondering about this town for a long time.
He found the Greek architecture.
Oh, good grief. I did say something to a parent or one of the what you call it? What do you call it? Chaperone. All right.
They're all parents that sign up to be chaperone.
I did ask him, I was like, I mean, to a point, I said, but where are we getting so much Greek architecture over our Spanish and French architecture down here, this and that? And he's like, well, it's a kind of a combination is all I can figure. Be honest with you, I didn't grow up here, so I don't know. That's all the dude said to me. And I was like, that's all he got.
That's it.
That's it. That's all he gave to me. But we had a good trip. Kids went around and did their little work. And like I said, they found some kind of little donut shop, got them a snack after that. And we all tail it back on to the house. But we had a good trip.
No, Chris, I don't think I've ever been up there at all.
No, we ain't been up on the Chesapeake Bay. I guess the closest big bridge that we got, and most everybody around here. Now, if you went out 65 through Mobile, you went across the Dolly Parton.
That's not the real name of it.
Well, it's General Somebody Something Bridge. It's the real
I
name.
just had brain fart. I can't even remember the real name. I don't think anybody around here knows the real name.
Everybody knows about the Dolly Parton.
It's the Dolly Parton Bridge.
Put the
But
pieces
on
together.
the map, it's not the Dolly Parton Bridge.
But now that thing gets on up in there pretty doggone good. Put the fan over there.
Yeah, apparently Lee's been across that bridge.
Now that dude gets on up in the air pretty doggone good.
It's
There.
terrifying to me. Because I'm thinking about the clowns that built that sucker. And what they were running on to build it.
Well, the
And
pine
I don't
trees,
trust it.
the pine trees, when you're at the top of it, look like little old saplings.
Mm-hmm.
But they 80, 60, 80 feet tall down through there. But other than that, we've been busy. We broke one of our rules this weekend. We worked yesterday and today, which we ain't done in a long time. But trying to get up, caught up.
That's why I look like this tonight. And I'm acting like this tonight.
Yeah, we both walked. Them storms come through the other night. They done the damage at the church. I think I put that picture in here. Uh-oh.
You hit the wrong
I hit a button. I don't know what it did.
Mike Tangway said it got up to 38 degrees today. It's about 76 right now. It's cooled off to 76 right now.
Here it is. That's what happened at the church. Now we watched that dude come down, standing at the doors. But then if y'all watch the video, kind of going around the old place, showing off the pretty azaleas. Oh, it's got the comments in the corner. Right there. Huh. Well, what'd you look at there? There's everybody's comments on the screen. In the corner, whatever button I put. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that bothers y'all, let me know and I'll smash the button, try to figure out how to turn it off. But then we went out and cleaned up pecans and pine trees all day today.
Yeah.
It went good. Minnesota Mike was just talking about it. I think I had more fun than them youngins did. But we had a good trip.
I'm glad y'all don't get tired of it. Because those azaleas are probably my favorite part of spring every year. Watching them things bloom.
I'm telling you, them azaleas up there, there's probably some 8 feet, but I can guarantee you there's some, the majority of them are a minimum of 7 feet tall. And
Yeah, like I said in the video, I wish we were walking together and one of us could have stood up there and let y'all get, because I don't think the camera really, like, you can tell how massive those things are.
they
But I
probably,
love them.
shoot,
They bigger around than the truck bed. Each one of them.
I say they're about 12, 14 feet wide.
Ew, DC. Stink bug is bad enough. Man, that's gross.
Well,
Mm.
I was going to save them.
Somebody said it was a dung beetle thing.
Well, we heard
I was like, oh.
dung beetle, rhino beetle, and Hercules beetle. I think Charlie sent in was the Hercules beetle. Jack and Danae said the rhino, and I think Redfish said the dung beetle there. I don't know what they are. I've never found a grub that doggone big, ever. Now, I found some big old grubs in some trees, don't get me wrong, but them dudes, it was like a wow moment checking these things out.
Yeah, they were. I thought it was rotten shrimp. Why are you touching that? Ew.
They was alive yesterday. Then we got a bunch of stuff done, this and that. And I told her, I said, look, I'm going to put them right here. And if a critter don't get them tonight, possum something coming by. Armadillo would have loved them jokers.
The
But-
kitties were scared of it.
But yeah, they, I was going to bring them home today and try to hatch them out, if you will. But they didn't make it. So I took them out there had 3 of them. So I took both the guineas one, and left one for the rooster that runs around. They didn't know what to do with it. They was eyeballing that thing and dancing around it, looking at it, this and that. And it took them a few minutes. They was a little suspect, but uh, they finally ended up taking care of business, if you will. But you want to do the prayer list, and we'll get into where we're going. Philip Morris maybe in here yet?
Saw him say, hey, but he's probably driving. He was at his farm in Joey's live last night. So I imagine he's driving home. I hadn't seen him in the chat either.
Okay.
But he was in here.
Y'all, if there's anybody we need to add to, we've had several of you reach out to us this week. But first of all, I guess before we get into the prayer list, let me say this. And if they're in, you hadn't seen them yet? Yeah.
Not yet.
If
They're probably sleeping, catching up.
If Jack and Danae happen to mosey in here,
They announced it in Joey's
well,
chat.
let's tell it again.
No, I'm saying it's okay to say it. They are told it.
So
So I don't think she minded.
it's official. They grandma and pawpaw.
Mm-hmm. And they're pumped. That's one of the prettiest babies I've ever seen in my life. I can't show the picture because I didn't ask permission, but she sent me a picture. I mean, that is the little video thing, but he was beautiful.
Congratulations, y'all. Whether we see you on the live part now or
On the replay.
on the replay, tell y'all congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
I know Mama was kind of having a little bit of trouble there, and they ended up, I think, doing a little bit of emergency. Let's go ahead and take care of things now situation. But Mama and Baby are doing fine, thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm. She says she's gonna get on making into biscuits, fatten that baby up. Because it's just fine. But all right, we got Mr. Martin, Miss Crystal, Mr. Pat, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family, DC's mama, Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, our favorite Miss Leona, Steve Amos's father-in-law, TJ Hanley, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, Redfish's wife, Miss Janet, Kenneth Allen, Rodney Middleton and his family, Dan Garrison's daughter, Miss Jolynn, Clay Bunner's grandbabies, Keith Larimore's cousin, Mr. Russell Amon's wife, Miss Brenda, Lee's mama, Miss Brenda Johnson, Keith Barnhill and his family, David Hoskins' granddaughter Emma, Greg Dunn, Phil Kent's mama, Mr. Russell Koopman's granddaughter, Jamie, Tim's brother Jamie, Mr. Dan and his church, Shawee, Jen's dad, Gary Stewart, Michelle Gurley, Castle House Brian and his family, Blaine's great nephew, Miss Tam, Mr. Dan's nephew, Haley Baker, Lee's cousin Stephanie, all our nation's service members, Shauna and her family, James Knoll, Keith Larimore's mama, my brother Jacob, James Pell, Justin Jenkins, Bucks B's wife, Allie Baker, Joey Rawls' mama and their family, Marty from Yes Honey, Zach and Kiera, baby Luca's parents, Lee's wife, Miss Renee, and he got an update on them, on Miss Renee.
Yep.
Lee.
Go ahead. There ain't but a couple left now.
Okay. Let's see. Miss DC's friends, Miss Bree and her daughter Ivy, Jack and Danae's daughter and the baby. And then we had Jace's mama on here, but like Keith told everybody the other night, y'all be praying for him and his family. And then Danae texted me today and asked me to add Jack's Uncle Michael. And then there was one. It's on my phone, a screenshot. What did I tell you that lady's name was? It was, I think it was like Black Mountain Honey. I think a whole bunch of y'all saw it. I think Castle Hives Brian put it on the Book of Faces. But anyway, I'm sorry. I took a screenshot of it and I didn't write it down. But I want to say her name was Helen from Black Mountain Honey. But I'll double check myself and confirm that. But she was diagnosed with cancer and they were asking for prayers on Facebook. Now, I don't know them, but like I hadn't come across their channel or anything. But since Brian shared it, I looked at it and they're beekeepers, like a husband and wife team. So y'all be praying for them too. It seems like that's been all over the place here lately.
Yep, but I guess to end it on a better note,
Yeah.
on the cancer part, Lee messaged just a while ago, right before we come on, and said that Miss Renee, his wife, her test results come back and are negative for cancer. Thank the Lord. And now they're just waiting on some echo test from the heart doctor and this and that to see what they going to be. The Lord willing, they'll be negative test as well, and take that load off on that end.
I forgot I can look at it tonight.
I don't know if it's showing up on my
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I just switched these.
Oh.
It was Helen from Black Mountain Honey. I'm sorry. But they have 2 little girls too. That was the main thing. Sorry.
Yeah. Guess that's the end of it on that. Y'all just keep folks in prayer. There's a lot of need out there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Got a lot of praise from this room.
that's it. Thank you, Lord. Appreciate you, Minnesota Mike. I guess a little bit of beekeeping there. Like I said, we ain't done too much. I'm gonna wait for this cold front to pass on through, and this should be the last of our any kind of cold snap. We're supposed to get right at freezing tomorrow night and the next night. Then things are to go. Temperatures start climbing on back up again, but immediately after that, as soon as we get the warmer weather coming on back strong, we got to do some splits, quick, fast, in a hurry. Several of them colonies out there was drawing queen cells last week, or they had cubs, nothing drawn out completely yet. So, see if anything's loading. If they are, we're gonna split. If they ain't, we're gonna split. Start moving on along with that. But got a text message from. Let me just see if y'all can guess by the picture.
No, it's not freezing right now, Mike. It is going to be freezing behind this front. I think our high tomorrow is like in the 40s.
Yeah, it ain't supposed to get high 40s, low 50s for about 2 days, and it'll be cranking on back up. But we need it. Blackberries apparently do good with these cool snaps, and blackberries blooming like crazy right now. But, all right. It's a shot in the dark, but can you guess who to sit this in? It ought to be easy for some of us.
Oh, this is
Mm.
That gives it away right there.
the man said,
Look, you got John's brother.
"Oh yeah,
Uh,
uh, let me get to his video here. Y'all bear with me a second."
now go a little bit further west. Like no, northly.
Russell Amon got it.
Yeah,
There you go.
Russell Amon did.
Yes, sir.
He goes Cajun.
Here's a little clip he sent a while ago.
Rodney
This is a
is
swarm
always
trap
on the
at
swarm.
Miss Raluca's house. I think we got something going on.
So it's time, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely time.
There's the new grandparents. I asked her today if it had even sunk in yet. She was like, heck yeah, it's sunk in. I'm so excited.
Congratulations, y'all.
Absolutely.
Lord willing, y'all get home soon too.
Everybody get home soon.
Everybody kind of flew on in here. I
Mm,
didn't holler at nobody this evening, did I?
Same old.
Let's see. I think DC got first this evening, if I remember right.
He
Grayson.
did. Grayson was right on us too.
Let me run this through here.
Our favorite Miss Leona's in here though.
Mr. Mike Tang, wait, it only let me go so far. If I missed you, I do apologize. But let's see where it's gonna stop me. Well, it might let me go. I don't know. Nope.
What? I think you have to read it.
Well, I do all that. Eric, good to see you. Mr. Bill Lee, Mike Tanway, Chris, Collector Rick, Mr. Randy, good to see you, Captain. Mr. Russell Koopman, man said he jammed his back up trying to shovel snow.
Oh
Dog,
no.
he,
That's a bummer. Come back to the beach, Mr. Russell. Don't be fooling with that.
he was trying to work on the snow blower. Belt broke.
Oh, it sounds like the day we had yesterday.
Yes.
Minus the snow.
I told him, I said, sounds like me and you having the same luck because my chainsaw burned up. I mean, it just locked up.
Either way, I went to put.
It just, boop, no more. I'm not cutting nothing. So
I found honeybees in the clover up there. Though.
she did. Where else we had here? So you got Mr. Bill Lee, Kodiak Farm.
The main one.
Yep, Tech Lee. Let's see, do you see Brian and Jen up there?
All these different people.
I'm trying not to.
But
I wish it would not do that, and I don't know why it does. Keith Spillman up there in that fine country.
that's definitely one of my happy places today. I love it up there this time of year.
It's pretty when it goes blooming. I love that clover. Whenever that clover starts blooming out in them old pecan orchard and that hayfield, and y'all don't get to see the back pasture too much, but there's another 10 acres back behind it, and it's just solid crimson clover out there. It's pretty. I got a little bit today on the camera. I'll try to get out in the next day or so, show y'all what that crimson clover is looking like. But the bees are working the mess out of it. They all over.
They all expensive these days.
Let's see, Mr. Clay Bunner, Rodney, Minnesota Mike. Man, that dude just nails it every year, don't he?
Yes, he does.
B. Haverhive, good to see you. Appreciate you dropping by. Let me see. I know I jumped over somebody here.
Today said they got 5 inches of snow last night, and then it's supposed to be 80 degrees Tuesday.
Oh yeah, so y'all up in the up and down part now, ain't it?
Spring's just trying its best to break through.
Blaine, good to see you, Captain. Hopefully, y'all getting on a little bit of rain. Well, y'all was talking the other week. It's pretty dry. Philip, good to see you, man.
I would ask him if it hit, but he's driving, so he shouldn't be.
Well, now I don't know if it. I got a little piece of the Beekeeping Journal, and the only reason I landed on this was the last name.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's going to be his great grandpappy or.
Brian said that him and Jim been having snow flurries all day.
Yeah, folks up in the.
We've been in shorts and t-shirts, sweating outside, cutting up trees and raking all day.
And fire ants.
Oh gosh.
Them
I think that dead pine tree was like a high-rise hotel space. Yeah, hotel for fire ants.
She started raking stuff up. She's getting it in a pile. I'm throwing it in the wheelbarrow, going to dump it, back and forth. And she had no idea, but all that junk spread all over the ground, and I guess it beat down some of them fire ant beds flat. And as she's pulling that rake across, like I said, she had no idea. But
because everything's all churned up from the tractor and the tree busting the ground. Just I couldn't tell. So we got ate up because I'm an idiot.
Them jokers said attack, and that they did.
His hands and my feet, because I couldn't bend over, so I was doing all the raking, getting it all in piles, like he said, and then he'd load it up. Buddy, they chewed my ankles and feet to pieces. They chewed his hands up pretty bad.
I'd rather take 10 bee stings
than getting a fire ant.
Yeah. Them fires, they don't, I mean, if you don't have to deal with them, it's a blessing. And for the most part, I mean, I don't have no issue with them. Granted, they're an invasive species, but if you don't go to fool with them, then you ain't got to worry about them for the most part. But if you get into them, they mean business.
I don't think anything helps keep them down. It's like the more poison you buy and put on them, it just feeds them suckers.
Well, what they do is they'll move. Even if we pour gas down in there, set it on fire, and you'll get pretty much whatever's in the top, this or that.
They'll move a foot away and build a new pile and come up and spit at you.
Pretty much. Well, then the next day they done moved over.
No, Mike, napalm is not an option.
That would be fun.
There's too many of them. There's way too many of them. No. You know what our yard would look like if you hit every single fire ant there with napalm?
Kaboom.
No.
Get you on some of that, fire ants. The only thing we found that kind of helps for the most part is just putting pure bleach to them. Don't cut it with nothing and just douse them with some pure bleach. And for the most part, that seems to work.
Now, I'm allergic to poison ivy, so I keep my eyes peeled for that stuff. But, buddy, I can land in a fire ant bed without even trying. Do my own pestcontrol.com. Hang on, let me screenshot this. If Blaine found something that works, I'm going to trust it.
Well, hey, if it'll get their
Sidekick. I don't know if I like the name of that one. Or Talstar. I don't know how you say that. Even though it's spelled right, I don't like psychic. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it.
Now, here at our house, they're not too terribly bad in the yard. Now, along the highways, it's every, y'all know how it is if you're dealing with the doggone things. Along the highway, within a 10-foot stretch, you'll have 40 nests on one side of the road. But up there at the old place, I guess they love that old good ground or whatever it is up there. And it's like an all year battle trying to deal with those things up there. And sometimes, like, we go up there and metal detect, and you wouldn't even be anywhere near a nest. But if you dug down in that doggone ground trying to find whatever,
with a handful of fire.
yeah, they'd be on. But it would be nice to find something that's showing enough get them.
Rodney said he pushes a rod down through the middle all the way to the bottom and then pour gas down the hole. I've been just like kicking it over and then using bleach and pouring bleach straight down in it. Knocked everything out.
Oh,
I don't know. And Mr. Russell Amon, you mean like the bird martins or a product called martin?
if it's the birds, then they're slacking up there at the old place because there's martins all over up there.
I don't know. They're very defiant little critters. Okay, it's a product.
What else did we do there? About it. Gonna put some swarm traps up. Got our fancy ones. Still got to find me some brown spray paint. I got everything pretty much camoed up the way I want it. But I want to hit them one good time with some brown. That way it'll be the full camo. But got the bigger swarm traps up and see. We're gonna try them puppies out and see how they go up there.
Eric, I have no idea. This is another one somebody dumped out and we just never found a home for her, so she stuck around. She's very temperamental though. She doesn't always come out and love like this.
Well, I declare, Danae knows exactly what she is.
Why does that surprise you?
Yep.
Danae knows critters.
Yeah, she's mostly, like Hannah's saying, a recluse.
Mm-hmm.
I forget about her a lot of times. But she got out last week. We had the windows open and they pushed one of the screens and everybody decided they want to go outside. Well, the other two come in. She went MIA. We thought the coyotes or something got her.
Really, she was gone for like 4 days, but he found her. She was just hiding under the house. She was so scared she wouldn't come out, even in the broad daylight.
No. So, like she said, about 4 or 5 days later, I was out looking for acorns for Okie out there, and I shined the light around. And I seen eyes, and I was like, "Well, I done wrote you off, sister. I figured something done got your tail. The way these coyotes or the old barn owl done got you."
That's what I figured. The owls or the coyotes, one of the two. Ain't that the truth, Bill? The shoot bleach is more expensive than gas here. I had to buy bleach the other day, or we did, for a power washing job. That stuff was like $7.89 a gallon.
So what?
At the dollar store. Good grief, people. It's just bleach.
Yep, that show went up. Good grief.
Tell me about it.
Because it was almost $15 for 2 gallons, I think.
Mm-hmm. No, it was almost 17. It was $16 and some change for 2 gallons. Well, hey, Mr. JW.
Yes, I appreciate you dropping by.
And good night. I hope you get some rest. I know you was worn out last night, too.
Yeah.
Everybody been working all weekend.
We right there with you on tired, yeah. I don't know how long we're gonna make it this evening, but we're gonna make a run of it, see where it takes us.
I've literally had 4 cups of coffee since we've been home.
But let me get into some of this here while Philip Morse is driving.
Give him something interesting to listen to.
Yep. And it's the Old American Bee Journal again. I think this one was 1884, but like I said, I was trying to find something to get into. Run across this, and I seen the last name, and I was like, "There's a chance." Could be.
You got famous relatives that could write, Philip.
Yep. There's a chance, Mister
There's Larimore.
W.H. Morse, spelled just like Philip's last name. Wrote an article and stuck in the Old American Bee Journal back in the 1800s. But it ain't nowhere near long as that doggone drone situation last week. Goodness.
What do you read? It's on my cup.
I forgot how long that thing was. But Mr. Moore says the value of bees to blossoms. Almost all beekeepers are aware of the great value the honeybees are in the economy of nature, but the general public and even agriculturists in many cases are sadly ignorant on this point. In fact, some plants are so constructed that without the aid of the bees or other insects of its class, the plants in time would cease to exist. Because not being able to reproduce their species, the old plants would die and no seed being produced. The result would be extinction of that class, as all vegetation has a limit to its age, and no matter how we may propagate, we only extend the growth of the individual unless we only extend the growth of the individual unless we start with the seed, which will give us a plant endowed with the vitality of the parent. Again, there are varieties of fruit trees, which are California friends, well known, that are barren of fruit, owing to some defectiveness in the pollen becoming ripe previous to the stigma, or vice versa, or as I am inclined to think, though the disease in the pollen. But be that it may, the bees will overcome that difficulty, as we all know who have given the subject careful thought. For instance, suppose we have any fruit tree with blossom but fails to set a crop of fruit. In such case, if the trouble is in the pollen, which it generally is, the bees visit a healthy tree, load up with pollen, and then carry the healthy pollen to the tree, which has diseased pollen, and the results is a healthy set of fruit, and in all cases it benefits the fruit. And if the honeybee and other insects of its kind had not been in existence, I doubt very much whether we would eat much delicious fruit as we do today. As the knowledge of, I'm going to say, hybridization was not informed years ago, so generally understood as it is now. But the point I'm trying to show is that the bees are of value to the fruit grower, and it is ridiculous in anyone to suppose that the honeybee does any harm to the fruit blossoms, which they visit by obstructing the nectar, which most scientific folks in their own experience, the nectar is produced most copiously at the time the stigma is nearing maturity, and when the whole flower may be said to be in the state of extreme vigor, and if the pollen fails to come in contact with the stigma, the nectar continues to secrete, or the nectarier continues to secrete nectar for a short time, as if to try to keep up the fast falling energy of the stigma. But on the other hand, if the stigma is fertilized, then all emergence of the plant is directed to the young fruits, and so on and so forth. On that, he just kind of pretty well wraps it up about the nectar being in the group of that. So, Philip, look in your family tree. See if there's a dude that went by WH. That's all he's got it wrote down on in here. And see if he's any kind of your kin or not. Would be pretty cool if it was. We went through the old family tree and said, hey, that's old great great granddaddy or his people back then. Ain't no telling. Let me get back in here these comments. Dennis Cheryl, I tried watching your video the other day that you sent to me, but I could not get it to. It would load only to a certain point. But from what I gathered of the contraption, it looked like a pretty cool piece of equipment. I don't know if any of y'all seen it, but it was a way to do that foundation. Somebody had built a contraption where you basically had two rollers, and they had wax up underneath it, and then rollers spinning kept a good constant flow of wax on them rollers, and you just run that puppy right in between them rollers right there, and in one quick swoop there, you done a whole foundation on both sides, loaded it up good with wax. I think that'd be a good contraption. Somebody actually gets that thing out there. I would probably be inclined to look into getting one, most definitely. But it'd be really cool if you can keep them rollers warm, or have a warmer in them rollers. That way, when you shut the system down, and whenever you crank it back up the next time, what have you, you don't have to let it roll around until that hot wax melts all that old dried wax or hardened wax on those rollers. But whoever came up with that, I'm gonna say that's a pretty genius idea there.
All you have to do.
Well, I got another piece in here, but I was gonna check out these comments. See. DC says, speaking of trees, I was just thinking that our forests are something like 300 times as denser as they were 300 years ago. How much of that could be due to propagation introduction of honeybees? Oh yeah, Joey, wax and plastic foundation, man. It just, like I said, the video wouldn't load. I could only get about 5 seconds of it, but from looking at the get up, he just had a little tray, and that's where everything looked to be stainless steel. But he had a tray sitting down. That's where his wax was for a pool, if you will, and a bottom roller that sat down in that pool of wax. And as that roller turned, it just kept a nice uniform run of wax on the roller. And then it transferred itself up to the top one up there. And once it all loaded up, it looks like you'll just get a nice uniform run on both sides at one trip. Just push it through, bam, you got both sides. If I can get into it, I'll try to stick it on the Book of Faces, the gun line Book of Faces, if I can get it to share on there. But if nothing else, I'll try to copy the link and see if y'all can get into and actually get a look at it. DC Dennis Sherrill sent us a video on the Book of Faces through the messenger the other day, and that's what was a video of that. I don't know what the fella's calling it, but genius idea, I have to say.
Did you see that? Well, if we was as tech savvy as Lee, we could show you, Joe. But we can try to send it to you through that messenger thing. Maybe you can watch it that way.
I mean, it looked like a fairly simple get up, but whoever made it or built it or whether he found it somewhere, I don't know. Maybe Dennis can kind of clarify that. But whether he built it or bought it, man, it looked like it could make the job 10 times quicker versus trying to roll them things out with a sponge roller. Because you get both sides at one time and you get a good full uniform run through it. Boom. Let it dry. Stick it in your frame or stack them up for a minute, however you want to do it, and carry on to the next one.
Too big, Jackson. Beautiful.
I will say I did catch some before we headed out this morning to go finish cutting all that up. Whew. Y'all pardon me. Excuse me.
If he chugged coffee like I do, he wouldn't do that.
Caffeine
It's bad.
is bad for you. You don't need to be drinking a bunch of caffeine.
Mm.
That's what the doctor told me.
Nobody wants to be around me if I don't have caffeine.
No, you don't. She gets fussy when she got coffee. I'm talking about real fussy.
I get headaches and they make me fuzzy.
Let me see one real quick while I was thinking about this, and while I'm on the book face and I'm searching for this, for anybody that sent. Look, I've been trying to remember to say this for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Then we got a friend request the other day from somebody. If y'all send us a friend request on the Book of Faces and we don't accept it, please, please, please don't take it personal.
Just shoot us a message and tell us who you are.
Yes.
We'll know then if you're like part of the YouTube crowd and we just don't recognize the name.
Yeah, because like a lot of folks, everybody's got a handle, if you will, and
But then the social media name will be different from the YouTube name. And we don't always pick up on who.
like, oh, that's so okay,
Yeah.
gotcha, bam. And it's not that we're ignoring you, anything like that, but
we don't want a whole bunch of like spam, fake profile people. So if we don't know who you like, we can't recognize you, then we don't add you or whatever. So if you're one of those people and we didn't accept your request, please shoot us a message and tell us who you are, and we'll sort it out. Right.
I want to make sure I got the band of Indians right before I ask Keith Larimore. Okay. Keith Larimore, do you have Choctaw Indian in you? That has been running through my brain the last couple of days.
Amen to that, DC.
You know how Keith talks?
Mm-hmm.
He sounds just like the Mohawks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
the way he, pronounces everything, that deeper kind of voice, I guess. It's hard to explain, but the reason I ask because there's a band of Indians up here by us, and they haven't been recognized as a true band because this particular band of Choctaw Indian would not sign the treaty back then. It's basically what it boiled down to. So the government wouldn't recognize their band of Indian whenever the U.S. was coming through and trying to claim land and this and that. We all know the story, what happened to most of the natives. But that particular band of Choctaw Indian, they hid out in the Mobile River Delta for a long time, trying to escape the white man and his ways, if you will, back then. And the government wouldn't give them their actual Choctaw band because they bucked the government, what have you. But
that's what you get.
Just hearing him talk, just hearing Larimore talk, though, I was like, I wonder if he's part, if he's got some Choctaw in him, the way that, I mean, y'all's voices sound just alike, as far as the way they talk. What else?
They're talking about Irish coffee. Like showing off Irish coffee.
Well, I'm out on the coffee.
Mm.
The only way I want coffee is if I cannot taste it.
If it's ground in white chocolate mocha syrup.
I'll drink it then.
Decaf espresso.
Yep. I'll be like that old.
Oh, that's pretty cool. They have an Indian burial ground on this farm.
Oh, yeah? That'd be pretty good.
Ooh, DC, I found this new coffee my dad bought for me to try. And it's I don't know if you like Irish coffee, but I do, but we don't drink. So I never drink a real Irish coffee. But they had an Irish cream caramel. Oh my gosh. It is really, really, really good. Yeah, that's not coffee. It's liquid candy.
That's the only way I can drink it. I do not like the taste of coffee. It just does not sit well with my palate at all.
You've never drank coffee.
No.
Never.
I mean, it's got to be heavy covered up if you want me to drink some coffee kind of thing. But we got our usual coffee shop. I'm used to them, and they make that good candy drink for me. But we went over to a little coffee shop in Lucedale, Mississippi, right across the state line over here sometime back. And Hannah's pretty fond of the place. We've been there several times. She likes her coffee, this and that. And she's like, do you want one of them white chocolate mochas from here? And I was a little bit hesitant, but I was like, no, maybe it's as good as Yellowhammer and whatever. We walked out the store.
Yellowhammer, but I like them.
I think it's terrible. Terrible.
I drank 2 large espresso lattes with extra shots.
Told her, I said, you can have this mess. No, no, no.
What is it supposed to taste good? Yeah, it's supposed to taste good, Mr. Russell. Oh, DC, normally I don't, but I don't know if y'all have Publix up there or not, but they carry the only coffee ice cream I have ever liked. And I don't do cold coffee, iced coffee. No, I'll drink a frappe once in a while, like the milkshake kind of coffee, but I don't do just iced coffee or coffee flavored stuff or whatever. I just like real coffee. But they make the Barney's coffee that I grew up on. They make a Barney's coffee ice cream, or they carry a Barney's coffee ice cream, and it is the bomb. Like, I love it.
It's terrible. They
have hunks of chocolate covered coffee beans in it, and oh my gosh, it's good. It is so good. Yeah.
I don't see how y'all do it.
I do like I'll drink it black. Like, I like it. I like the taste if we're in the woods or at the river or on the lake. I want black coffee. But just at home or like out of a percolator. I love black coffee out of a percolator. But at home, I do put my creme brulee creamer in it usually.
I think I'll just freeze. I mean,
I make him the hot tea to keep him warm. That's the only hot drink that he really likes besides the cup of syrup at the Yellowhammer.
no, I mean, I don't know what it is about that spiced tea, but it can be 20 degrees with a north wind getting it. And I can drink me a quart jar and the old mason jar full. And, buddy, that stuff, whatever's in there, it'll warm you up.
And there ain't no whiskey in it.
No, it's all unleaded, but it'll sure warm you up.
My little brother, he puts like flavored cream and sugar in his coffee. I'm like, no, not at all. I never put sugar in coffee. If I put a sweetener in it at all, it's honey. I either do a little bit of flavored cream or milk and honey in it.
A little bit of flavored cream. The lady at the local Piggly Wiggly knows when she comes walking through the door, she tells, "Oh, Miss
I
Blake."
got you a case of creme brulee.
She sure does.
I mean, I drink a lot of coffee. I don't drink a lot of cream in each cup. I just drink a lot of coffee, so I go through a lot of cream.
A lot.
How often do I buy tea bags and sugar? We both have our vices, okay? It could be worse.
But it is pretty funny, though. If we go in there, that old country lady, you just have to know the woman.
Her name's Virginia.
Yeah.
Is that tells you anything at all?
But, yeah, I'm telling you.
Though. She hooks me up.
We can go in there one day and literally go in the next day. I got that cream brulee back there for you, Miss Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Miss Virginia.
Yeah, they're the only store in Mobile County that carries that flavored cream. Tim just bit his tongue and I missed it. DC catches everything. I know, Larimore, we've talked about that before. Now, I have never put nutmeg in coffee. No, a lie, I put it on top, like making a unleaded Irish coffee. I like cinnamon better.
I'm sitting here.
I don't do cities.
I'm with you on that, Larimore. Yes, sir. Further off in the woods.
He did it so he wouldn't get in trouble.
I know when to keep my mouth shut.
Mm. Some would argue that point.
Some may. That's just because they didn't like what I had said previously. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have that happen. Had somebody. I won't never mind.
I've never put maple syrup in my coffee, but I love maple syrup.
Oh yeah, God love them. Sarah sends us some maple syrup just about every year.
Phil.
33-mile Phil, he'll send us some maple syrup every year. And keep.
I'm a biscuit and sausage making fool for a while after that comes in the mail.
Keith Larimore, I text that the old timer that does the cane sugar, and probably what I'm gonna have to do is either go to his house or run into him at one of these filling stations here and ask him if he's got some. They did a batch back in November, I think he said, or what was on their Facebook page, but he's an older gentleman, and it's most likely that he just don't know how to or read his messages on there, most likely. But I hadn't forgot about you on that cane sugar, and if he's got any, I can guarantee you.
And sugar or
I mean cane syrup. I'm sorry. Did I say sugar?
I've
Yeah.
been saying sugar.
Cane syrup. What I'm trying to say. Everybody's into coffee right now. We hadn't moved into food yet.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mr. Roy, good to see you. No, we just, well, most everybody I think was kind of getting excited in the beekeeping world there for a minute. Getting some warmer temperatures up north. Mr. Russell, I think that he wanted to cut his trip one day early so that he could get home and get into the bees.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ain't been home, what, a week?
And it's snowing again.
Yeah, several feet of snow. Minnesota Mike, he's up there and all that mess too, and the rest of you dealing with doggone snow.
My bad, Philip. I just refilled my coffee too, so don't feel bad.
She is a bad influence in the coffee world.
My eyes are gonna get stuck in the back of my head if I let them roll on that one.
I felt them rolling the truck the other day. I said or did something, and buddy, them things bounced off the windows in the truck or whatever it was. I forgot what it was. And I just caught it out the corner of my eyes. I said, I felt that. And she just looked at me. Just shook her head. Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, I know exactly. I can't remember what in the world it was.
I'm sure you deserved it.
Doggone.
Sticky buns. Is that like monkey bread?
Hey, that monkey bread's pretty good stuff. We ain't had that for a long time.
I know, I was just thinking, I should make some of that. But I always make biscuit dough and cut it up. I don't ever start out with the white biscuit and cut them up. Okay, it's similar. Oh, here's a new one for y'all. To show you what kind of small town we live in. But we had to go to the hardware store yesterday in Citronelle, in the little town north of us, to get the chainsaw and stuff. And they were having like I get like a tiny farmer's market out front, like a community day kind of thing. And they was giving away food, and they had a guy out there doing the chainsaw carving, and somebody had a bunch of plants and stuff, but they were smoking or grilling bacon wrapped honey buns on the grill. And that was for dessert after the pulled pork or brisket sandwich.
And I missed out.
Ooh, that sounds good, Larry.
I was going to get me one, but I was on a mission. I tried that Husqvarna was there sponsoring some stuff, and they had all their equipment out, this and that, and had some dude with Husqvarna he was doing all the chainsaw carving. He, like she said, he did a turkey, an owl, some birds, all kind of cool stuff.
Beautiful stuff. I've never seen somebody do that. It was really, really cool.
But I was trying to run back and forth and get this chainsaw situation taken care of. Well, lo and behold, we run into some family friends, just some fine people we know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just able to shake his hand, and Hannah stayed out there and talked to him for a minute, running back and forth. That's whenever she was telling me about the bacon wrapped
honey bun. That's what he was telling me. It's like, baby, you got to go get one before you go. I was like, I don't know if we have time. That sounds really good. I'm going to have to find a recipe and try that.
Boy, excuse me.
Mm-hmm. I'm biting my tongue, so I don't do that.
Keeps
He forgot to move his splits to another yard, and all his foragers left the splits and went back home.
When we do our splits,
We don't ever move them to a whole nother yard.
no, we shake everybody. We'll give them good shakes and load them up, and leave them with a queen cell. And usually we'll do like 3 frame splits, and we've had good luck with it. And maybe 1 or 2 didn't make it. Now, we had one colony one year that they just would not draw a queen cell for nothing. And we pull the frame, stick brand new day to 3 day old eggs in there, look in there. You could tell, okay, these is 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Plenty of time for y'all to build out. And they just would not draw. And we'd watch them, and the numbers kind of start getting a little bit low. So we'd hook them up again, do another shake of some nurse bees, whoever wanted to stay. And finally, they drew out. And that was the year that everybody ended up exploding, if you will, so good to where they was feeling literally the fronts of them horizontal hives was covered in bees from dusk to dawn, pretty much. But
Oh no. Are y'all in the bad storms, Steven? The Sarah's husband. He said the power's out and they're on the generator.
uh-oh. That's what we waiting for, Dennis. Just since it's gonna be down in the 30s. When I seen the weather the other day,
Yeah.
I was like, well, let me just hold off. All they had was cups in there.
Sarah's playing sweet.
So, yeah.
Them grandkids rubbing off on her, huh?
Mhm.
That's hilarious.
We're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna
Yeah.
split them up, shake a good number in there. Y'all get after it. And the only thing we really do try to keep an eye on is make sure they got enough feed. If not,
Yeah.
we'll throw a little pint jar of some sugar water in there and let them run through that until they kind of start kicking off pretty good. But after that, we'll pull it and you on your own, especially once we start seeing that queen lay and we know we're getting into a good flow, if you will.
Yeah.
But y'all know as well as we do, once you get into a good flow, they're not going to touch that sugar water anyway. So
I'm just praying. It's not supposed to be. It's gonna dip below, like right below freezing, like 30 or 31. But it's not gonna be like hours below freezing or really hard freeze. So we're praying nothing gets messed up for our privet flow.
no, I think we're going to be all right. Privet ain't even started showing yet.
Yeah.
So if this, Lord willing, this will be the last freezing cold snap,
Yeah.
and we get decent spring rains, Lord willing, we'll actually get a good privet run this year. These last 2 years, either too much rain or it's a daggone drought.
Yeah. There ain't no in between at all.
Yeah, I think we'll see. Probably about Wednesday or Thursday, it'll be warming up again. And
Yeah, it's only supposed to be cold for like 3 days, I think. The tree sap bull.
yeah, they pulling
Oh,
sap
the
off the maple.
syrup. Yeah. Y'all should try to get a little bit of video of that process, Stephen. That would be really cool to see you and Sarah doing.
It would be because there's a dude I watch. Y'all, this is just my world. I'm a very simple individual kind of thing, but there's a dude on YouTube I watch, and all he does is clean up beaver dams out of like culvert pipes and ditches and stuff like that. But in a lot of his videos, as he's running up and down them woods up in, where's he at? That post 10. He way on up there in the north, Maryland, this and that. Anyway, but in a lot of his videos, some of the places he travels, there ain't no telling how many miles of them tubes is running up and down them roads where all of it's connected together. And all that sap is running to, I guess, a main vat, however y'all do that. Get it to run down to wherever it goes. But like I say, some of them probably got 5 or 6 miles, it seems like, a doggone tubes all hooked up together, running and doing that maple syrup. So I'm assuming that's a big business for y'all up there in that north country.
Well, hey, DC, that should save you money on building a shed.
Like it says, tapping maples, even birch and walnuts is darn fun. I mean, just being out in the woods would be enough for me, kind of thing. What y'all want to do? Nail this in here? On to the next one.
You need a Tic Tac. I love you, but darn. And later, there was little blackberry flowers all over the place on the fence line.
Since Steven's in here, I got him right here beside me. Never mind, I ain't gotta go nowhere. Got about. I ain't got the light for the mic light, but that's y'all's end result there, Steven, on that, on the original one. And then y'all had about 50 or so left over, and was trying to figure out something we could do with the last little bit of them. So I had a little bit of epoxy left in the bottom of one of them cups. So we got y'all a clear one coming as well that you can, I don't know if y'all be, let me see if I can get my hand behind it.
I call them plugs.
But they're see-through. What made it cool though, you can hold them up to the light and see them a whole lot better. Like if somebody wants to take and hold them up, but we should have them on the way. Probably about the middle of the week, moseying on up there to y'all.
You see Blaine's comment?
No, ma'am.
Pay attention, y'all. This is about it for the M talk on this.
That's it.
So sorry.
Quick, fast, and gone. Well, the mic light was Danae. I can't take credit for that. I think it
She
was
said,
Danae.
I knew he was going to call him.
Oh, y'all welcome, man. Y'all.
I hope it works like she wants it to.
Yeah, I think it will. Now, I mean, all you'll need is some kind of, I don't know if they make them anymore, but I imagine they do, but them old battery power stations, if you will. In the old days, when everything had a cigarette lighter, you could put cigarette lighters in there and run whatever off of it. But if you got something, you can.
Some kind of adapter thing. Y'all can use, because it has a USB end on it, so you can plug it into a little charging brick or whatever. So there's got to be something.
Yeah, and it's LED lights, so it ain't going. That thing will probably run for days. If you got some kind of little small, like say, battery pack or whatever, you can plug a USB into.
I don't know about all that, boy.
Keep the kids safe at night, all across the country.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just awesome, DC. So does that mean you can still buy your big extractor thing you wanted to get? Since you don't have to build a shed now? Yeah, I would recommend some heavy duty plastic.
Linoleum be your best bet if you can. Even if you did like some vinyl plank or something like that,
Yeah,
you still got a chance if you have a spill that it's going
get underneath it.
to, yeah. Look, I imagine most of y'all know that though. So
What else you got, Buttons?
well, I was looking at DC's comment saying he don't think she's going to let him pull the carpet up.
Oh,
He's going to be investing in some
the first time
meal.
you spill a bucket of honey, I bet she'll be on you with a switch to get that carpet.
It'd be one of them moments. Oh no, she's gonna kill me. That's when you just walk in like ain't nothing happened. You know what I mean? And as you're grabbing stuff and she's questioning you,
Oh, that's a good idea, Mr. Russell. A nice layer of cardboard taped up the seams goes a long way.
there you go. Yeah, a lot of times you go to some of them old flooring stores and they got a piece often they can't sell or say, hey, yo, you got something in that dumpster back there you threw away that you couldn't sell?
Hey, that ain't a bad idea, Danae.
Yeah, there you go.
Lee and Blaine said the exact same thing within like 2 seconds of each other.
Where's their comment in?
Hmm.
I was looking for Lee and Blaine.
Them saying it's better to ask forgiveness than permission.
See?
Yeah, great minds think alike. We always save them. Like in the wintertime when we have to bring all the plants in, we lay them down on the carpet in the spare bedroom to line all the potted plants on.
Well, if it's waterproof, Minnesota might.
Is that a truck?
Probably.
I mean, just remember.
That's fine. That would be a pretty cool layout to have the old zebra deal. Yeah, good man. Time to go. Let's see. Here, I can get it right here.
Okay.
Bam. There you go. Everybody hitting them.
I'm sorry, I was trying to hit the right button. Brian timed him out for 86 seconds. I did too. And Jack and Danae.
Well, it'll be a little while. I guess they ain't got nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
Mom ain't read them their bedtime stories yet, so they're getting restless.
Lee's already got you got like a good flow coming in, Lee, or just some hit and miss nectar? Danae's already in granny mode. She gonna be taking that flip flop off like it's second nature for them.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
I was kind of thinking about that the other day. I don't know why, but it just kind of run through my head. The weird relationship that Southern people have with flip flops. Because you depend on flip flops because it's so stinking hot down here. But it's like kids just have this inherent fear. Like traditionally raised Southern kids have this inherent fear of mamas that wear flip flops. Because you know how quick that thing can come off and be all over you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need to stop, take a switch. You just grab your flip flop.
Or just a shoe, period. My mama didn't wear flip flops, but I cannot tell you how many times she said, I'm fixing to pull my shoe off and take care of you.
Steven said Sarah's fluffy bee slippers wouldn't do
But there is some fear in that old flip flop whenever mama goes to, or shoe, whatever, mama goes to pull one of them things off and you get that thing directed at you. You got one or two options. Take what you fixing to get or straighten your tail up.
Yeah. Wait until your father gets
Heard them words. One of the worst I ever got was me and y'all hear me talk about my buddy Lance. We had the bees over at his place for a little while, a few years ago. Me and him wasn't Ollie's age, 8 or 9 years old. And we was at church on a Wednesday night. And me and Lance, everybody was in there, all the adults and us kids, all sitting in the sanctuary there and doing Bible studies, this and that. And me and Lance, just being kids, we got to giggling. And y'all, we got to giggling so much we couldn't stop. It was like unstoppable giggling. Well, I was sitting beside my mama and she popped me on my leg. And she told me, she said, you better straighten your tail up. I tried. It didn't work. I went to laughing some more because every time I look over there at Lance, we both, it wasn't even nothing we got so worked up about, but she told me, she gave me those words. I'm going to tell you, Daddy, when we get to the house. And I was thinking, I got 2.5 miles to get myself out of this on the way home. Nope. Right on in the door we went. As soon as we walked through, she explained to my daddy what I was doing in church. And let me tell y'all something. He had no mercy. I'll put it like that. Needless to say, that remedied me from laughing and cutting up and carrying on in the church house. Well, let's see. Hello, brothers and sisters. Well, if you're trolling, either way, I'll tell you. Our denomination is Baptist, but we Christian folks believe in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, all in one. Now, we can sit down and we can all have church together in here. But that's where we stand on it. And I hope you stand on the same foundation yourself. That's it, Larimore. When you heard the old belt rattling and he made that one motion, that's about what some of these youngins need nowadays is a good daddy with a belt in their hand. You wouldn't have so much jawing as you do kind of thing. But yes, sir.
That's it, Mr. Russ.
That's it. Now, these are our brothers and sisters here.
Everybody's comments.
Hmm.
It's holding everybody's comment for some reason.
The algorithm thing may be trying to, or whatever it is, make sure.
Yeah. Oh, my word.
That's it, Tom.
Come to Jesus.
Yes, sir. You gonna wish you was there or something by the time he got done with your tail. But
he said I'm a sponge. What is even that? Hey, buddy. Oh no. I don't know. See, we learn really early on. It just makes it so much worse if you run, because they're just gonna be so much more mad when they catch you, and you got to come home eventually.
Well, hey, there we go. Amen. Repent, be baptized. I've ended up non-denominational myself.
Thing as long as
Yeah.
you believe that Jesus died for your sins and He's the only way to salvation, I don't reckon it really matters what denomination you claim.
Religion is what killed Christ.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So I guess, like she's saying, the Lord says all we got to do is have faith of a mustard seed. We know how big of a mustard seed or how big a mustard seed is. He ain't asking for a whole bunch.
That's it. Just, if
Kind
you
of
believe Jesus is Lord, we can get along. Hmm. I wouldn't mind that. I don't know, DC. Because I kind of struggle with that lately. It's like, I don't know, I've always been raised as a Baptist, but there's a lot of things that the Southern Baptist Convention okayed that I'm not okay with. So, kind of torn on that, but I don't know if YouTube is the place to hash all that.
But I will say, on this end, whenever the Southern Baptists pulled the nonsense that they did, our church, we immediately pulled out, removed ourselves from the Southern Baptists, and said, if y'all going to agree with this, like I say, have to be careful nowadays how you say things, but with the lifestyles and the way babies can be just taken out of here, put it like that, whenever the Southern Baptists wouldn't call it.
Can't hold with that. If you won't call it what it is, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't hold with that.
So
at all.
Super proud of our folks on that end. Wasn't staying in there just to be part of a group, if you will. They standing morally on what Scripture says and how the Bible instructs us to live. Now, like I say, denomination ain't going to get you to heaven. It's going to be Christ and Christ alone, but your faith in Him. And if we can roll with that, He'll make the way for us. Well, it's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with having church. Think about having church. I don't know if Pastor Larry and them still in here, but listen to his message this morning.
That was such an uplifted message.
That's. I mean, I'm the same way with you, Eric. I don't believe. I mean,
they're here.
Denominations a lot of times separate us as Christians just because of man's traditions, if you will. But if we carry that, like I say, that same baseline of God is who He says He is, we have a Redeemer and the Holy Spirit, then stay in the Word and He'll get you on through it, kind of thing. But where I was going with Pastor Larry's message this morning, he'd been in Habakkuk the last little bit, last week, this week. But there at the end, Miss Jan commented it'll be worth it after all. And
Well, Tasha and Larry had been talking about that here.
mhm. But there's a Southern gospel gentleman I listen to. I enjoy his music. But fella's named Terry Joe Terrell, and he had taken that song, It'll Be Worth It After All. And buddy, I can listen to that song over and over and over. Just love his music.
He's got a really unique voice that is peaceful.
He's kind of got a George Jones sound to him. I guess the best way to explain it.
Yeah.
But Miss Jan had commented that, and I think Pastor Larry said they enjoyed listening to it from, was it the Spencers? I think y'all said.
I can't remember.
I texted him after everything this morning, and I sent him the Terry Joe Terrell song on YouTube, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we know that one." And, but I think they listened to the Spencers.
Oh wow. Okay. So are you from Scotland? Like, do you live in Scotland, or are you in America somewhere?
Either an old or the Church of the Old Land, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's wonderful to hear.
If the Lord opened your eyes on that.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Lord willing, you'll be able to plant that seed for somebody else on down the road, whoever it was that talked to you and that told you the truth. Something you can pass on now yourself.
He said that song don't get old.
I'm not going to get deep into the conversation with it, but I had to talk to some family members not too long ago on some things and lifestyle and this and that, and told me they was Christian, watched one of them walk the aisle, this and that, so on and so forth, and you fast forward 18 years and you figure out they live in this lifestyle, and I just couldn't. I'm one of them individuals that I can't keep my mouth shut on them kind of things, and I surely wouldn't want anybody to keep their mouth shut whenever, if I'm doing wrong biblically, correct me, kind of thing. But it turned into a fuss, and more or less they didn't want to hear it. They had enough message left in them to cuss me out and then block me. I left it at that. Like, well, I'm still gonna pray for you. Don't care how mad you are at me, but
At least you don't have to hear the generator and all that.
yeah, no doubt.
Lamar, I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Never thought of it like that, Larimore. That's a good way to kind of look at it. Oh wow.
Oh, Sarah got off the Switch game. Oh, you're in the Highlands of Scotland.
You out there throwing telephone poles around each year with them games? I would love to go see that country. See them old castles and stuff like that. We ain't got nothing like that around here.
No, we're definitely not brother and sister. I'm a keep my mouth shut.
No,
I'm not gonna be not.
no, we're not there, Gene. We just got a room full of them this evening, don't we, y'all? Everybody else must be just sitting at home with the weather and they got nothing else to do, I reckon. They get too bad, kick them out. Put another 86,000 seconds on.
Boy, shut.
Hey, we don't need to go through that conversation again.
No. No.
I hope that's why Jeremy hadn't been in a while. I want to wring my neck on. Remember we was having that conversation and he was talking about him and his wife had just got married and he fell right in where all that was and uh chat before last or whatever it was. We got into that conversation on things.
Um,
But
oh my god. I imagine they are. I probably couldn't pick up the end of word.
you're not gonna go in timeout, Blaine. We know you, brother. We know you.
Yeah. I know you're not being serious, but I didn't know if they were being serious. And if they were, that was gonna infuriate me. I'm too tired for that right now. Y'all can't see it in my eyes, but I'm thoroughly exhausted. So my fuse is gonna be like that because I'm out of coffee again. But I'm not going to make any more this late.
Well, we pretty well. We at the end of the only thing we didn't get into was the food segment.
Ain't tried no new recipes lately.
No, we was trying to figure something to make for supper tonight. We couldn't figure any doggone thing out.
They said Blaine would have so many comments stored up after 86,000 seconds. It just popped.
It'd be like Blaine be old Pepper off the Cowboy Way.
No, Larimore, ours is oh my gosh. Yeah, our weather's the bad weather's supposed to be coming in tonight. It's actually been kind of nice today. It's been warm, but it's been like breezy. The wind's steady picking up all day with that front blowing in.
Good deal. Whoever get them out of here. Bunch of
It was kind of crazy.
uh,
I don't know why those don't show on there.
me neither. Unless somebody's getting them before they show up on my end. I don't know. That's why the moderator's in here. Y'all get your belts and your shoes, people.
Yeah.
Now we're supposed to get a squall line to come in about 2 or 3 in the morning. Hopefully it wasn't as bad, or it's not going to be as bad as the other night.
I hope, because I could use some sleep. So is y'all's, were y'all getting the bad weather again, Sarah? I'm assuming. What was your fault, Blaine?
Stirring up the nest.
Oh.
Just blame him. Whatever it was, just blame him for it.
Not Blaine.
Yeah, I seen the weather that y'all over there, Virginia, them Carolinas and all that, y'all supposed to probably get some show enough bad weather tomorrow.
Y'all are terrible.
Yeah, we had
Yeah, there was a
couple.
tornadoes around here.
It was just like it all lined up at one. I don't from the
One
north end of the
track.
county all the way down to us, then down to about Mobile. But it was just nothing but tornado warnings that whole span right there. And
Well, Eric would greatly appreciate that. Very much. Okay, they're under tornado watch, so they're getting that bad weather too.
I'm okay with the high winds, but whenever them whistles go to carrying on about a tornado warning, then she knows it's time to get up and let's start moving.
Don't you change a thing, Blaine. You keep it interesting in here. And we're down in like way South Alabama. We're down in Mobile.
Hey, yeah. If you go over there, that westward bunch, whenever they do theirs, give them fits when you get in there. And I don't know if Tom and Brian is still in here, but when y'all go to do that goat tipping, y'all need to record that.
Oh man. Yeah.
That got me to thinking. Look how much time we got left. We got a few minutes. I can run it out with this story. But old Brad,
Which one?
oh,
Yeah.
whenever
No, all of this.
me and some buddies of mine, we was teenagers, 17, 18 years old. We was all loaded up, running the dirt roads, this and that one night. And we told one of them old boys, said, look, you see that cow out there in that field that's standing up? It's your turn to go tip that thing over. Well, we encouraged him. And when you do it, you put your shoulder into it and you hit that thing hard as you can. And whenever it goes down, you better turn around and take off running. And we fooled him into jumping that fence. And he took off in that cow field. And it was pitch black dark. All you could see was a silhouette out there, but you could tell it was livestock. He's running out there full stride. We're parked on the side of the road laughing our tails off before he even gets to it. Then he gets about 20 feet and he can see what it is. And immediately he turns around and he runs back faster than what he had started out, screaming, "That's a bull! That's a bull!" Well, I was like, "You idiot! You better come on before he gets you."
Yeah, Tom, what could possibly go wrong? Like, what could go wrong?
Just do it on some flat land. Y'all up there in them mountainous regions, so don't do it cliffside, but I want some good video of if one of y'all get headbutt him, that would really be.
I definitely want video footage of that.
Put your football helmet on. Bam!
I just never got big enough. I couldn't hit one. I just couldn't do it. Man, I felt bad for him. I knew cows could kick. I'd be watching out for that donkey in the cow field more than I'd be watching the cow.
Amen to that. That old donkey out there showing up. Put you in a bind. Oh, y'all all right, Stone River? We appreciate y'all dropping by, bro.
I was trying to type no worries in the chat.
He said Brian's head might be harder than his. Have to see. Oh, yeah, they do, DC. Especially you take a city slicker snipe hunting. Turn them loose. Y'all draw them things up. I'll be right here.
Yeah.
They good eating.
Let
But
me
it
give you
takes
that
rookies to
special
get 'em.
Call for it.
Well, you show them how to do it.
Heaven help.
They'll get you a couple in there. For whatever reason, they just like the rookies. So they'll come right to a rookie.
Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta get up. I can't sit anymore. So I will see y'all next week. I hope everybody has a blessed and awesome week. Stay safe in all the weather.
Yeah, I reckon we'll mosey on.
How are you doing?
I think so. We're about done. We only got about 10 minutes. And yeah, like she said, everybody stay safe in this weather, this and that. Keep the folks in mind on the prayer list. There's a lot of needs out there, especially that younger buck, Jace. But till then, God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care.
Well, guess that's it for today. See you next time at Gunline Bees.